Welcome to Knoxville, Tennessee. This afternoon, Neyland Stadium, where Rocky Top plays in the background. Sailgating going on in the Tennessee River, and the Big Orange ready to open the season. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Volunteers will put total leather to crank us up. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll throw one to his right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that. On the road, you know, this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback will audible. They're going to throw it to start the drive. It's complete to the left.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, third and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to the air one more time. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Volunteers will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On the return, it's Hartman. He's got great speed. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Looking to pass on second down. Finds his man. It's Hartman. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. A run for the quarterback. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Tackled, but he has a first down. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. He leaves it with his back. The Tigers pick up the first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He makes a grab. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, LSU 7, Tennessee 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Calls his own number. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They've got that 3 in their back pocket.
Snap in the shotgun. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown LSU.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Green. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field moving so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Got the 1st down and more. And they get him out of bounds, but not before a sizable pickup on that one.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is really nice.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And these design QB runs, man, they really test the physicality of this defense. Knowing this quarterback's going to tote the rock, they know that there's now an extra blocker, so somebody on defense is going to have to make a superhuman effort, get off a block and make a play. They could not get that done right.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the 1st quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it on the left. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller has done.
Afterburner's coming. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
This quarterback really is going to have to be aware in this game of trying to find lanes to throw into when he's throwing over the middle of the field, because this D-line does a great job getting their hands in the air.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse. I'm assuming he's going to touch it.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hartman. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns. He's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but This is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The Vols are in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on first down. Time to take a shot. And he's got it at the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Can't quite cross the frame to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding.
What are you doing?
2nd and goal for this offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown ball.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hartman. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. This quarterback part of their running game. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the 2nd half. Fair catch called for and made. Ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Power football with the run. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Going up top. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Running it back, it's Hartman. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy can catch it or nobody can catch it.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Now on the move. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
These DBs better stay ready because even though they're trailing by a lot in this game, the opponent's not trying to run the ball and bleed the clock. They are still taking shots, so you're going to have to continue to try to make plays back there deep.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
He's looking deep. He caught it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
And that play is going to just ignite this offense. You got to take a shot. You want to be aggressive. What an individual effort here by the receiver hauling in that catch.
And the Volunteers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Great example of how a 2nd half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. 1st half, it looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. FIU is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over Air Force. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
It's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Brooks. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Grab near the marker. It's Hartman. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. At the 20, he's got space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He wants to throw. Floating away. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. They'll try the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And credit to the offense sticking with the run, but, man, it's not working. And this defense is not budging. And we've seen them all season. They've been so dominant. I do think it's going to have to come through the air. And you're going to have to turn your quarterback loose, let him rip the football, because this defense is so stout against the run.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move him back. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd.
Number 17 in punt formation to kick it away.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the 4th quarter game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Give to the running back. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. LSU right back to the line. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
He's looking to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Coming, trying to burn this defensive back. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take another shot here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He's going to pass. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some...
Can anyone catch him? The 30. Running inside the 20. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Volunteers in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So you get stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this 2nd play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
They move the tight end all over. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Makes a grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Finds him out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Nice move to pick up yardage.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the 4th quarter, we're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get concerned, and they want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you could just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Going for it on 4th down must be part of their philosophy. Just 1 for 3 so far in this one. Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the catch past the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting and keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it. Keep getting those stats.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab on the left. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. FIU is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 6 over Air Force. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen.
Unloads it downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Headed to the end zone. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play as a setup. The Vols want to pick up the tempo. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but a nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Number 17, set to kick it off.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Oh, big juke to get past. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. It's complete. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. This is a designed run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
Yeah, I think if you're the head coach now, you start running the football. That's now the 2nd pick you've thrown in the 4th quarter. You've got the lead. It's time now to try to ice the game.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game.